Back at it with the Fresh to the Points podcast alongside Jerry Azumah. I am Sam Brief, and Zoom, the Bears are coming off of what probably was the best complete effort of the season, a 37-17 win over the Falcons, and the fans were chanting, "We want Fields. We want Fields." So the question for you to get us cooking is this. Do you want Fields? What's his future?
I was chanting, "We want Fields" as well. I really like this guy. I think that he is the epitome of what the Chicago Bears needs as a quarterback. He's a big body, strong, athletic. Obviously, he can run with the football. He can make some tough passes that we saw. So I just think that right now the team has to kind of build around Fields and keep this offense going. But Fields, I think that he is on the up and up. I like the progression that he's making. I like the fact that he's getting everyone involved as well. He's feeling comfortable in the system. I like Fields to stay, and I think that he will stay.
So between Fields and Caleb Williams, I know I like Fields. Fields is 6'3", 225. Caleb's 2 inches shorter. He's about 20 pounds lighter.
Right.
Of course, he doesn't have the NFL experience. Fields' rookie deal is going to expire soon, and he isn't elite yet. So where do you stand on the draft a quarterback versus stick with your quarterback?
It's really incredible, the fact that they still got the number one pick, So credit to Poles for that one, for masterminding all of that to make it happen. But Caleb Williams,
it is ridiculous, by the way. The really heist he pulled off of last year's number one pick that I want to remind NFL fans turned out to be Bryce Young. So he turned Bryce Young into DJ Moore, another number one pick, and all that good stuff.
Stevenson as well, Darnell Wright. So, he really put it together. I really love that. Caleb Williams is a really good prospect, as we know. He's very strong. He's very accurate with the ball, but he's essentially the same thing, from what I've seen, the same thing that Fields was coming out of college. And as we all know, if you look around the NFL, I think they overreach for quarterbacks, but this guy is a really good prospect, and I think that he will be a really good pro. But we just don't really know because he's coming in as a rookie. But with Fields, I just think that he is the guy. He's proven that he can be that guy to lead this offense and put them in good situations. So Caleb Williams, yes, I understand that he has a lot of potential and the ceiling is high for him. But Fields right now is starting to catch that rhythm. And I feel like the more that they put around him, the better off he will be.
To hit you with a little devil's advocate, what do you say to that report that 7 of 7 NFL general managers unanimously said what the Chicago Bears should do is trade Justin Fields and draft this once-in-a-generation prospect in Caleb Williams? What do you say to them?
I don't really see the once-in-a-generational type of guy with Caleb Williams. I just think that he's a solid guy that's going to come in and be a good pro. But that's all up in the air. We just don't really know, But we know what Fields is, and obviously he struggled. He's had different coordinators, different head coaches. He hasn't had a lot of weapons and things like that. But once you start to build around him, he turns into a different Fields. And the Fields that we saw, in the first game when they played Green Bay to now is a totally different, offense and a totally different Fields as well. So I like the direction of maintaining with what you have and keep on building with what you have as well.
Yeah, build a team, right? The NFL is so quarterback crazy. And Zoom, you were on Bears teams that never had an elite quarterback.
Exactly.
In 2006, the Bears go to the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. Why?
Right.
An elite team. One of the best defenses of all time. The best special teams of all time.
Special teams, yes.
Weapons, good coaching. Build your team. Justin Fields can lead it. Zoom, you mentioned coaching. And I feel like it's a puzzle. I've read every opinion online. Some people are like, keep Eberflus and keep Fields. Get rid of Eberflus and keep Fields. Get a new coach and get rid of Fields. It's like all these combinations. I can't keep track. So what should the Bears do with the coaching staff?
If you look at Eberflus when he first came here, the team was basically in just disarray. When Poles got here as well, he basically stripped his team down to the bare minimum and then just tried to build it back up with what he had. And he had to create a lot of certain things, and all those things had to happen. But this is the thing. We don't have patience. You know what I'm saying? You have to be patient to build a really good team. The way the NFL is built, we just are not patient. That's just what it is. And we want to win right away. And the wins weren't coming, but now the wins are starting to happen. So Fields, with Eberflus, I feel like Eberflus is starting to catch his rhythm as well. He turned over to be the defensive coordinator and call those plays. And I feel like the defense has been clicking like crazy, incredible. I mean, the production that they've been getting lately has been off the charts. The addition with Montez Sweat has been incredible. The addition with the linebackers as well. It's all coming together, and it's all coming together because of Eberflus. So I think that he has a lot of value. I would like to see them figure out what they want to do on the offensive side of the ball with Getsy. I feel like that's the big question mark. I feel like Eberflus might be safe right now, but Getsy is the question mark. It's because the offense has to be consistent, and I don't think that they've been consistent enough, moving forward.
Yeah, they haven't been. I mean, this is still a team under 500, but they've been so much better.
So much better.
Notably in turnovers. I mean, home games, last 5 home games, the offense has only turned the ball over 1 time.
That's right.
And their last 6 games, the defense has generated 18 turnovers.
And to piggyback off of that also is that the running game is extremely strong. We have running backs that can run that rock, and we have an offensive line that can block extremely well. And they've basically matched what they've done last season. And then on top of that, you add the 1,300-yard wide receiver, with DJ Moore. I mean, things are starting to blossom right now. So I really don't think that you need that hard reset with getting a brand new quarterback. I think Justin Fields needs to be where he's at, continue to build this team around him, and good things will happen.
I look at the NFL now, and I see 14 playoff spots. And I see really mediocre teams like the Green Bay Packers and the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers all competing for playoff spots in Week 18. There is absolutely no reason that this Bears team cannot do that next year, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel.
That's right. I mean, the best way to get into the playoffs is to win your division. So they're going to have to take it to, the Lions and the Vikings and the Packers for next season.
Zoom. As always, you're the king of transitions. You mentioned the Green Bay Packers, and I got to say, a Week 18 matchup in Lambeau Field where you can keep the Packers out of the playoffs feels like something the Bears are loving. So take me to the points. The spread is Packers -3. Over-under is 44.
Right. So when we get right to the points, I like the Bears' momentum. Now, mind you, the Packers, they looked really good last weekend. I mean, really good. But this is a brand new Bears team. This is not the team that they faced in the first week. This team is drastically improved, especially on defense. And then offense, they're going to give them hell, too, especially with running and pounding that ball. So there are some weaknesses with the Packers. They aren't fully healthy. That's number one. Number two, they're very vulnerable on defense with giving up, big plays, big chunk plays. So I really like people like Cole Kmet coming alive. I really like the running game to come alive. And I think DJ Moore, with the play action pass, opens up a lot of the secondary as well. And he's going to be able to take some strikes down the football field. So I really like the Chicago Bears' chances. They are a completely different team than what they were the first week. So I like the Bears to cover and win this game outright.
I got to say it makes me nervous because Week 1, you sat there and I sat here, and we both said the Bears are going to win. And they didn't. They didn't even come close.
They looked
so
very
why is this
unprepared.
different?
Because they're building a lot of momentum. I feel like the chemistry on this team is different. The feel of this team is different. People are coming together. They're having fun, and they're playing with a lot of aggression and intensity on both sides of the football. So defensively, I mean, we've come a long way. And right now we're hitting that stride where we're basically stonewalling, offenses, whether they're trying to run the ball, they're getting after the pass rushers. The pass rushers are getting after the quarterback as well with Montez Sweat. He's really injected some life into this defense as well. So overall, the defense is just playing well. And then offensively, the philosophy should be ground and pound, ground and pound them, and then design runs with Justin Fields as well. Keep on running Fields because he does that extremely well. Keep moving the pockets, play action pass, misdirection. That's the game that they need to play.
If you're a Bears fan, is there any better way to end what was at one point a complete nightmare of a season than these three things. Get your 8th win.
Yes.
Keep the Green Bay Packers out of the playoffs. Oh, and you've already secured the number 1 pick. That would be a beautiful end of the season. And
that's right. It's set up really nice.
It's set up really nice.
It's set up really nice. There's just one thing that they have to do. Go out there, execute, and win.
They got to do it. Spread is 3. I definitely see the Bears covering. And
there you go. There you go, Sam.
Gosh dang it, I'm going to pick them to win. I'm going to do it again. The Bears are going to beat the Packers. This team is motivated. I think they're playing for Justin Fields in a lot of ways. They see the energy around Fields and the fact that a couple wins down the stretch could push Ryan Poles to stick with their man. They want him. And I think the Bears come out and play spoiler at Lambeau and get a win. So, Zoom,
I love it.
We finish the regular season in agreement.
Yes. Yes. Bear down.
This has been a great episode of To The Points, but before we say bye-bye, I gotta say huge congratulations to my co-host on this podcast. Jerry Azumah, folks, is an NCAA Silver Anniversary honoree. It's a 25-year award that puts him in a class this year with, I kid you not, John Cena.
Yeah.
But I'd actually say John Cena's in a class with Jerry Azumah, and that means a lot.
Right.
Accomplishments on the field, of course, off the field, even more so. Zoom, you have a lot to be proud of. I know you're going down to Phoenix next week,
I'm
so
excited.
Congrats to you.
Thank you very much, Sam. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, the To The Points trophy case grows bigger and bigger. You pull your weight, so thank you, Zoom.
I'm waiting for that Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Come on, Hall of Fame.
I think they have gold jackets on Amazon, so I could get one of those too. But
right.
Zoom, great To The Points. Safe travels to Phoenix. And
Thank you,
folks,
Sam.
Enjoy the Bears and the Packers. We'll talk next week.
Bear down.